Most cochlear implant content stops at activation day. The sounds in the first week, the emotion, the tears, but 24 years in, there are sounds I can hear that still catch me completely off guard. 7 sounds that took years, sometimes decades, to discover. And one of them, number 6, I heard properly for the first time standing in a monsoon in Vietnam, and I literally couldn't move. I'm building to that one. And number 2, this one changed not how I hear, but how I actually speak. Most CI users never even notice it's happening. Let's get into it. Point 1, a voice from another room. This one still gets me. Coming out of the bathroom at the top of the stairs, my sister-in-law said something from about 20 stairs below. Not shouting, just talking. I heard every word and answered straight back. No lip reading, no visual cues, just sound travelling up through her house and landing clearly. Still proud of that moment. People who know me well will deliberately crack a joke just loud enough from another room to test whether I'll catch it, but I do catch it. I walk in and say, "Nice try." We laugh. Even the people closest to me are still quietly amazed that this thing actually works like this. Point 2, my own voice. With hearing aids, I never knew what kind of hearing day I was going to get. That inconsistency affected everything. How I spoke, how loud I was, how confident I felt. I used to shout without realising it. Couldn't really control my own volume. Even now, talking to someone with my processor on, there's still a moment where I think, am I shouting at that person? But here's what the CI gave me that hearing aids never could. Consistency. My voice sounds the same every single day. I can hear it. I can control it. Then because I can hear myself consistently, my pronunciation has improved in ways that I didn't expect either. Words I've been mispronouncing for years, I caught them, corrected them, except put me in a loud pub and my own voice disappears completely. More on that later. Point 3, Birdsong. I have vague memories of hearing birds as a 6-year-old. Then progressive hearing loss closed that world off completely. For more than 2 decades, nothing. But here's what's interesting. I've recently started using apps to identify different birdsong. I've even started listening to a podcast about birds, gone from a world where birds were completely silent to actively seeking out their sounds. That progression from silence to curiosity to actually pursuing it. I designed a gratitude journal specifically for cochlear implant users. Moments like this are exactly the kind of thing worth documenting. Link in the description. Point 4, sounds that keep you safe. Smoke alarms, doorbells. Progressive hearing loss started at age 7. High frequencies were the first to go. Now with my processor on, I can hear them, but here's what most people never consider. For many CI users, the processor is the off switch. Take it off at night and every one of those sounds disappears. No sound-based alarm in the world will wake you. Remarkable and fragile at exactly the same time. If this is the kind of honest CI content you've been looking for, please hit like and subscribe. I put out videos like this every week. Point 5, the kettle. Some mornings I put my CI processor on mid-routine. I'm boiling the kettle, still half in my own world and silence, and suddenly this loud gushing noise arrives from nowhere. For a split second I think, what on earth is that? And then it hits me. It's just a kettle. The washing machine does this to me too. The contrast between silence and sound in the space of a single morning still catches me off guard after 24 years. Point 6, rain. I was in Vietnam during monsoon season, standing under shelter watching the street flood. People on motorbikes practically wading through water up to their pedals. And above me, rain was hammering down onto metal roof canopies so hard it was almost physical. Every drop distinct, the whole thing layered and thunderous and relentless. It just stood there, couldn't move. Most people walk past rain without a second thought. I can't. Point 7 is what happens when all of those sounds arrive at once. Point 7, noisy environments. A cochlear implant is remarkable and quiet. One-on-one, it can be extraordinary. But walk into a loud pub, music turned up, everyone competing to talk over it, and everything can arrive at once. My CI hears all of it. The problem is it can't separate it. When the noise hits at a certain level, I lose my own voice. Can't hear myself speak. I end up bellowing into someone's ear. And even then, it's a battle. Individual sounds remarkable. Everything simultaneously. Still genuinely hard, even after 24 years. Nobody tells you what cochlear implant hearing looks like after 2 decades. But the real story is what happens in year 5, year 10, year 24, when the sounds keep evolving, and so do you. There's a free guide, and sign up to the monthly newsletter in the description. Real Cochlear Implant Life. If you want to go deeper on what CI's sound actually sounds like, this video on 5 things about cochlear implant sound quality nobody prepares you for is a great next step. Or if you want the raw story of what those first sounds were actually like, I got my cochlear implant and 3 sounds nearly broke me. Which of these 7 sounds surprised you the most? Drop the number in the comments. There's a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description if you want to support the channel. I'll see you in the next video.